Suddenly, I found that I have to explain to you what I will do this month, January 22, and the way we will do our practically and theoretically the class and the lecture. Of course, I will do it with Hoda, and we have something very special for all of you if you like to be with us, and we will be waiting for all of you to, or for you to be in contact with us in this day. Let us go now and see exactly what is the meaning of gestures and postures and how we can use them in our performance. As I explained you before, all of us looking forward to be a good dancers or perfect dancers on the stage. It is not so easy. It needs too much work, too much practice until you catch the main point which can let you be a good dancer or perfect dancer on the stage. You have to understand the story, what you are doing on the stage, and you have to understand which type of dance are you doing or acting on the stage. Then you can create actually your steps. The steps, all of us, we think after we have a lot of steps in our minds that it is very easy, or they are very easy to connect all these steps together. The main point is you have to know exactly which step belongs to which type of dance you want to perform on the stage. This is very important. All of us, we have a lot of steps in our minds. Looks like a dictionary we have in our minds, but it is not so easy as we know, because every step have meaning behind, and you have to understand the meaning actually too. Sometimes I see dancers dancing or performing on the steps, and they are perfect, by the way. They performing on the stage, but there is no feeling. This is also one of the main points you have to keep in mind. The feeling, how you know it exactly. A lot of dancers, they are using the sport steps, which they are right, and the steps are right, but not belongs to dance. This is also very important to understand which type belongs, or which step belongs to dance and which step belongs to something else. You have to know the difference between both, or between all, to use the right step on the stage. Very new now that we are talking about gestures and postures, which they are important also to use them, how to use them together, and how to connect between them together. Look, now I'm smiling in front of you, and you see my smile. You feel my feeling exactly, or you catch my feeling exactly. But if I talk to you by this way, you understand exactly what I am talking about, or you imagine what is in my mind, or what it will be after that. This is one of the feelings we can use on the stage. How can I attract the audience? How can I let them be with me all the time? It is feedback loop, as I explained in my researches, or many researches I wrote about it actually. The feedback loop on the stage. How can I let the audience be with me, and at the same time I feed them with my steps, or by my steps, and they feed me back with their feeling, yes, also to let me be more stronger on the stage and to do my performance right well. These points, we cannot have them very easy, but by practice, or with practice, much more time. In the beginning, we have to do it with ourselves, to understand how we can use them. Then, step by step, it will be, or all of them will be inside us or in our blood. Then we can spread them to the audience. The audience, they will catch exactly the main point. What are we doing? Sometimes I see the dancers, as I told you, they are using the steps, I mean the sport steps on the stage. Of course, it will be a wonderful choreography, but the choreography, it is not belongs to dance. This is very important. Not belongs to dance. You have to know exactly the dance steps. They are very easy. These dance steps are very easy, but how you know them? By the story, by the meaning behind, by the meaning of the type of dance you are doing on the stage, and of course, if you are a group, this will help you a lot. Because in the group you can share the steps together. This is another point, maybe some of you don't know them or don't know it right well. You have to share the steps together. I do the step or half. Let me tell you, I do a half of the step. Maybe my partner or the second one can complete the step, and the third and fourth and so on. So this is also very important to know, and to know how you can use something like this in your choreography. So this type of dance or this type of steps sometimes can be very easy steps. Very easy steps. The easy step can be much more stronger when you are a group, more than to be solo or to be one person on the stage. This is also very important for the groups. Also, sometimes you can make a complete step, or you can act or do or perform the complete step together, which it means much more stronger. The step can be much more stronger. But if one person do the step or this step only on the stage, sometimes people say, or let me say audience say that it is so easy, but when you are a group it will be much more stronger. This is another way of creating some easy steps, but with the group. With the group, yes, also you can use gestures, or let me say that you can share gestures together to let the audience, their eyes run quickly from the first one until the last one. This is also very important. And during the step, sharing the step, during sharing the gesture, you can change it to be something else in the end. So this is also another way of using the gestures. Postures are much more complicated, because if you don't know exactly where and when using your gesture, you will lose. You will lose the connection or the communication between you and the audience. Also, we have to say that between all of these steps, all of these gestures and postures, there are something we call it kinematic joints. The kinematic joints, very important to know actually them and to understand them right well, and when exactly you can use them. A lot of things, a lot of points, a lot of ideas we can share together. All of these points, I will explain to you much more about them and much more than them, yes, also in January, by the way, 22. This is the lecture and the class, theoretically and practically. We have to understand exactly what are we doing together on the stage, not just only jumping left and right, front and back, up and down. All of us, we can do something like that, but how many dancer of us can let us actually feel her or him on the stage? This is very important, and this is what a lot of people miss when they are doing or they performing. Why? Because they don't know exactly that we have a communication, a feedback loop to understand, to use, to know exactly. By the way, sometimes I go dance on the stage and the audience don't understand what I am doing. Here is something missing. Here I will miss the connection between my dance, me, my body, and the audience. This is also very important. And this is also one of the main points a lot of dancers missing when they going to dance. I see them wonderful dancers. I see them doing a perfect choreography, but where is the feeling? Dancing means exactly that. I explain my inner feeling or outer feeling or both. So how can I let the audience feel what I am doing? How can I let the audience translate my steps? How can I be in contact with the audience? Gestures can be changing between the societies. Sometimes I do something that you will not understand me, and the same vice versa with you too. So the place or the area or the audience you acting with them or you acting in front of them, they has to understand you right well, and you have to use their gestures right well, not to do something else. I give you a very common example. I saw with a lot of dancers, maybe some of you do, but I know that you know it. Let me explain to you. When I use my hands, for example, when I dance and use my hands, it is very easy to do something like that. The finger, the first finger, this finger, go up a little bit, and the three other fingers together, and this like this, for example. But sometimes some dancers doing something like that, like this way. This is also some dancers using them like this. Some dancers, if you do something like that here in Egypt or most of the Arab countries, most of the audience they will laugh because this is something forbidden. But of course, they know that if you are a foreigner, they know that you are a foreigner, so no problem. They will laugh and say that she or he don't understand. But if you do something like that and you start to use your fingers and your hands like this way, okay, no problem in this. This way, because of the timbals long ago, people when they were dancing or dancers when they were using too much time, timbals, their hands started or fingers started to be like that in the end. Some of the Egyptian dancers is still using this way. And of course, we laugh onto them when we see something like this. Also, all dancers in the golden era, some of them, not all of them, sometimes you can see them doing something like that. Look, if I do something like this on the stage and I look for someone in his or her eyes, that means I transmit something to her, something bad to her. Maybe she will laugh if she don't know me, or sometimes if she know me, she will come and tell me why I do something like this with her or for her. This is very important. In Italy, for example, if I do something like that on the stage, people will laugh or they will hit me because they know exactly what that means. And so on and so on. So this is exactly how or we have to be careful when we using our signals and we using something the audience will not understand or understand in the negative side. So this is also one of the main points I will explain to you much more about them in January 22. All of these points and this way acting are very important for us to know exactly what are we doing and the way we are using them, and also when exactly we use them on the stage. So these signals, you have to be careful and you have to know exactly when you can use them inside your performance. Not just only jumping or not just only steps. And feeling is the most important point. I have to let the audience understood exactly what I'm doing, and I have to transmit my feeling to the audience to let them know exactly I am a dancer and I'm doing something, or I am writing something in front of them. All of them, they has to translate it right well. This is very important. This is my video today and I hope you like it, and of course I will be waiting for your comments if you like to write me something, because little comments all the time I receive from you, and please share it with your friends if you find it useful for you. Thank you very much and see you again very soon.